to understand what these dark patterns truly are. And as consumers, if in case you are noticing certain of these patterns come up in front of you, how do you identify them, and what are some of the steps that you could be taking in there? Aishwarya, go on, help us understand, how does an average person using these e-commerce platforms on an everyday basis identify what's really happening there? What are these dark patterns? How do I really protect myself as well as highlight wherever the issues are emerging?
Well, as you heard the minister, he said that dark patterns are dynamic, but as a
Yeah.
user, if you kind of trace your digital footprint, you will see that it's omnipresent and sort of hidden in the garb of something that is being sold to you. 13 such dark patterns have been identified by the Union Consumer Affairs Ministry, and even the Union Minister has multiple times tweeted about this. Across platforms, e-commerce platforms, when you're making online bookings for holidays, flights, even online shopping, even quick commerce platforms, there are certain dark patterns that you can identify. So I'm just going to name a few of them and then
Sure.
explain false urgency, basket sneaking, confirm shaming. These are just some of the dark patterns that you will notice. But false urgency, for instance, you will see a ticking clock around your flight ticket booking where it says that you can only avail this flight ticket at 4,000 rupees. This is just one kind of a dark pattern. Another one, maybe you want to make a purchase for a pack of biscuits, but when you go to your cart, you see multiple other products or services being added,
Yeah.
or a donation fee being added to your basket. That is one kind of dark pattern. It's
Correct.
called basket sneaking. So multiple such prompts which are unethical in a way, which pushes the consumer to make a purchase which is unsolicited in a way. So dark patterns, according to the Consumer Affairs Ministry, is unethical, and this action, these 26 companies that have prompted and sort of given out an audit report, this is based on that. So crack down on
Absolutely.
some of these companies. That's the update so far.
Fantastic. Aishwarya, thanks a lot for getting us all of that update there. I hope this has truly enlightened some of our viewers who must be noticing these patterns without understanding what these dark patterns are. Going back across to our guest, Ashuji. Ashuji, of course, these new age companies, quick commerce companies are making our everyday lives easier. And we are seeing on an everyday basis, more and more of these companies make their presence, get listed. And we are also getting used to of using them for our own convenience. But at the same time, as our minister has also highlighted, our reporter also, you heard out that there are some issues that need to be constantly watched out for, on the same as well. But speaking as an investor, how are you looking at these new age tech basket companies?
So Sakshi, I just correct. We are not used to. We are addictive. I mean, we
Yeah.
are addicted to them, and it has become a compulsion. It has become a way of life. It has become a construct of our lifestyle and living. You
True.
hate them or love them, but you can't avoid them. So that is where the regulators' role come into play, because you can't avoid them. The user will use it. They have to use it. There is no other alternative. But the regulator and the government has to keep a tag and keep these checks and balances, which is very important. Otherwise,
Yeah.
what has happened in the digital, either the kind of digital arrest and the digital fraud they're happening. So everything is changing, Sakshi. I mean, that is why I always say that in this current swipe generation, the definition of long term will also change. I mean, long term will not the infinite and indefinite terms for the market
True.
also. So everything is changing. Our life will change. I mean, when everything is changing, how can the long term definition will remain what it was in 1980s and 90s, or
Yes.
probably early 2000? So investments also, India has become a trading market. I always keep saying that, and people say that you can't time the market, but I say that's the skill you have to develop in the times to come.